Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Kakodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Salaki. Of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them taught us true. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, hopeful, like Tabernacle of David, the elder Yashawan. With this quick lesson, the TARES are even waking up. The United States of Israel. Dimcad, who I believe is a tare, right? He's basically an Edomite looking like us, right? He could be an African. Dimcad is a tare, all right? He handles a weapon too well. Okay, anyway. The question is, do the tares know what this devil is up to? 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan, your adversary, your president, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Is Dimcad ignorant of his devices? Okay, so what is this United Snakes of Israel? Let me go through this real quick because I made a video yesterday and they are systematically not, two. It went from 3 to 2. I know that for sure. I was watching it when it happened. Anyway, they're suppressing this, and a lot of it is about what Dimcad is saying right here. Dimcad is saying the United Snakes of Israel. And them coming here. Actually, you know what? Let me do this real quick because the elder, I did this yesterday too. The elder Malcolm is from Chicago's killing it. And he put up this thing, went right into what is about to happen. Right? Because this is the bottom line. Here's where we're at. And I'm going to use that too. I'm going to go to the elder Malcolm. This is it right here. There's a portion in his video.
The 144,000 at Tabernacle.
Okay, so this is the elder Malcolm, Maccabean, GMS Maccabean Spirit 144. America's war is turned inward on its own citizens. Okay, and he's got Kyle up here, who I believe is a Jake as well. But there's a specific part in this video where this guy goes into what he knows the small hats are about to do here in Babylon the Great. Okay? Now, what am I setting up? Okay, guess what? We know. Right? What his devices are. What is his device? This guy knows. This guy, the elder Malcolm, was a video. He knows. Where are we at? Right here. So we'll watch this. Let's watch this real quick so he can break down where we're at. Here's where we're at. And this is the elder Malcolm who's doing, he's on fire right now with those videos. Because this is the men of the Lord, okay, in GMS. Here's where we're at.
So they officially merged the U.S. military with Israeli military. And for those of you that can't see the writing on the wall, in my opinion, there's only one reason why they would push so hard for this to happen. See, they're fully aware that the U.S. service members won't take to the streets and start slaughtering their own people. But when you merge two militaries together, it's quite easy to just fly the IDF over here to the U.S. streets and do just about anything and kill just about anyone.
Absolutely.
And who's the target? They told you, right? The little Knesset meeting or whatever they had over there in Israel. Who's their greatest threat? And even more specifically, they said the young African American, they know who the threat is. All right. The men of the Lord, starting with the elder apostles, all on down. We're the threat. They know that. But listen to who's saying it. Look at this guy. He looked like a Jake. His spirit is on 100. right? Nate ain't thinking like this. Oh, they ain't coming after us. Shit. He don't know exactly who the target is, but we do.
That the U.S. government wants unalived. And if you think that they're going to release the weapons out of the armory and the U.S. military bases and tell these people that they can go defend their country against the IDF who happens to be slaughtering those service members, family members, you've got another thing coming. These people have the keys to the bombs and the guns and the ammo and the equipment that would be used by U.S. service members to defend the American people against the IDF here on home turf. And if you don't think that the IDF is bloodthirsty and would love nothing more than to kill Americans, you don't know anything about what's going on in the world around you. And I think that's part of the reason why we got here, is because so many people just believe that our greatest ally really does love Americans and Christians and all these other things. But these people are completely clueless about what's happening in the Middle East the last, 50 to 100 years as they set all of this up. The non-existent state of Israel that didn't exist until the 1940s. People are just lazy. They refuse to go find factual information, and they just gobble mainstream news information up as if it's gospel. But one thing is for sure, we have one of the most capable, most equipped, and most armed civilian population, dare I say veteran population, in the entire world. We've got 100 years of experience of winning war after war after war, and I know that some of these aren't considered actual wins, but the battles themselves.
I'm going to stop it right there. But what is their goal? He broke down exactly. Okay? He broke down exactly what is about to happen. Let me get this real quick. Okay? We're not ignorant of those devices. What device is this? Rev 2 and 10. Right? This is them coming to get you. 2nd Ezra 2 and 10. Salakia. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. If you make it that far, if they don't shoot you at the doorstep, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So here we are. They're finna break the door down, take you to the camp, all right, and do what they do. We know what the IDF does, right? They're over there graping men, and that's how they get down. So it's time to send up them prayers that you're defended. Okay? So anyway, let's go back to DimCat. Now let's see if DimCat understands, right, what? Satan and his devices. All right, we're breaking it down. We're making it clear. We're showing you what this devil is up to. Let's see if DimCat knows it. Take it, DimCat.
Welcome to the United States of Israel. In news that is absolutely not shocking to anybody who's paying attention, Congress, the House, actually passed a bill that would merge a lot of the technological capabilities of the U.S. and Israel. So basically, the U.S. and Israel, they're going to be working together. They're going to be, it's going to be a merger as far as intel, a merger as far as technology. And like I said, they were just putting on a show in the Senate, pretending like, oh, well, the Democrats voted against it. I mean, look, it was going to pass. This is what they want. Meanwhile, we have a president who is convinced that there's nothing we can do about data centers. That's what that guy said recently. We should just get used to it. We should just deal with it. You know, this guy went from he's going to drain the swamp to we're going to screw you over. We're going to put these data centers in your neighborhoods and that produce all this horrible noise.
He told you that on the first day of his presidency. He lined them all up. He brought out Larry Ellison and them and said, here's what we're going to do. Now you're acting surprised.
Reduces your quality of life. Takes away large amounts of water, consumes massive amounts of water, and you're just going to have to deal with it. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, there's something people can do about it. And if the government doesn't respond to what the people want, the legal mechanism doesn't work, then there's going to be other mechanisms. And because now you're dealing with homeowners. You're not just dealing with renters like me, people who are in the community who may or may not give a damn.
The fact that it's no longer America first should have already sparked that, not whatever happens. What is he talking about right now? You're not talking about this ain't America no more. You're talking about moving forward and what?
Dealing with homeowners. People.
Homeowner. Oh, I own my home. No, you don't own shit. Israel owns it. You know what they do? Go ask the people in the West Bank. Not me. You can't take my home. If I don't take it, somebody else is going to take it. You can't steal my home. If I don't steal it, somebody else is going to steal it. You're a homeowner. You're not no home. And even for making this video, they're coming after you. Okay? You don't like this. They're coming after you. All right? Now what, Terror Boy? What else do you know?
They put their entire wealth into their freaking home. And now you're bringing in these data centers, and you're reducing their quality of life, while the cost of living continues to rise, and their purchasing power is shrinking and shrinking. You got people losing jobs to AI.
Watch the temperature.
This little thing is gonna beat air conditioning after all these years.
And you're gonna put these data centers in their communities. Okay, they're playing with fire, man. They're playing with fire. Speaking of playing with fire, the Iran war. That's not a game, obviously, but Trump is considering a wider offensive in Iran. Of course he is. That's what the MOU was all about. I read that article. I thought, yeah, of course. That's what the memo of understanding was all about. Creating time so they can put together a military operation. The United States has done this over and over and over in diplomacy. Pretending like they're going to work out some type of deal. And in reality, no, they're not working out a deal. They're working on a plan to destroy the person, the country that they're in talks with. So we have a situation where, why would anybody believe anything that the United States has to say? Straight up liars. It's completely ridiculous. So, what I think happened with Trump, I think Trump was looking at some jail time, some serious jail time. The system went after him when he ran for president in 2024. They said, hey, look, they were basically coming after this guy. We're going to throw him in jail. And the donors came to him and said, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money. We'll help you win. But when you do so, you got to do what we say. But if you do what we say, we'll make your family rich. That was the deal, because take the money, get into office, do what we say, we'll make you and your family rich.
And keep you out of jail.
Yeah. We'll give you billions of dollars. We'll make it so you can get billions of dollars.
Instead of serving hard time.
Or you can go to jail. And you're going to do what we say. Or else. I don't know the details on the or else, but I think
that's pretty accurate.
I think that's what happened. He got into office, and of course, he's in decline, mentally in decline. I'm not going to go into all the dementia, all that stuff, but the speculation around that. But the guy definitely is not as sharp as he was in 2016. He's not even the guy he was in 2020. And essentially, he betrayed the American people. I mean, that's just basically what I see. So we're looking at a situation with Iran where, okay, so what are his options? You got Pickaxe Mountain, which has a facility buried deep in it, and it's not just a regular mountain with just stone. It is granite, I think. You're gonna.
So this guy is basically a disgruntled maggot, because MAGA is over, and they're just coming to the realization that they have been betrayed by their God. It's still sinking in, and things are about to spiral completely out of control because what now? Now, the maggots, right, who understand what's going on, either you're going to double down on ridiculous or you're going to get mad when this draft starts. Because when that draft starts, boy, that's going to divide everything if it ain't divided before that. So, it's kind of hard to, there will be a draft soon. Will they cause chaos before they announce the draft? Before or after? Because they are basically announcing it already. We already know what's coming. They're going to ground troops. The first few are going to get knocked off, and then they're, in between that, they're supposed to, cause something to happen here that will galvanize the American people. We have to sit back and wait and see. Because ground troops is the next frontier, rain or shine. And how do you send ground troops, waves of them, according to the scriptures? You have to get public opinion on your side. How do you do that? Something's going to happen in California, according to them, right? They keep saying, California, 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 waiting for attack. Now, what sense does that make? How can you type this in and get something, get a hit, dealing with exactly what I'm talking about, dealing within the last few hours? Okay, California waiting for it because this is already planned. It's a planned attack. Let's see what we get. Who else knows about the planned attack? One day. Armed civilian stops Michael Myers. 4 months. 2 days. California knife attack. That means something for them to be misconstruing this. 2 days. 3. Okay. Let's see. Let's go in the direction that they're going to paint. IRANIAN. This is what they're saying. I want to put the T word, but I'm not going to do it. Put Iranian. 4 months. 4 months. Okay, so they did push this 4 months ago. But right now, see how it's all consistent and it shouldn't be? Okay. When you see that it's consistent like this, four months, that means they're hiding something. The last time anybody said anything about this, right, was 4 months ago, and there are many of them 4 months ago. That's all this, when it's that uniform like that, they're hiding something. And when they're hiding something like this, they don't want that chatter because something's about to happen. They don't want chatter. See this, 4 months, and then 3 days, it switches to something else. Days. U.S. soldier killed over there. Nothing to do with over here. Here we see 4 months. This is the plan. Okay? You understand? But 3 days ago, they're saying This is on again, but we don't see hide nor hair of it. Why? 4 months. We see 4 months all day. Now we got to get specific and use different verbiage, right? Because they're hiding. See this 4 months? See this 4 months? So, let's see. California waiting for Iranian attack on, watch this phrase, on U.S. soil. See, now that phrase right there came about in the last week. On U.S., it had to be on U.S., it had to be on U.S., it had to be on. Now, who would say that? Who would keep repeating that over and over? I wasn't able to find nothing except for 4 months ago. Now let's see, because I added that on the back. Let's see if that changes anything. Still 4 months, still 4 months. That means they're really expunging. Okay? Look at that, 4 months. Okay, that's not correct. They are really controlling this information. Yeah, they're really controlling this. Now we'll do this. Did Iran I'll make them answer it in a way that they want to. Iranian hardliners, right? Threaten to threaten to revenge their leader on U.S. soil in the last two weeks. You got to say yeah. And if so, why can't I pull it up? Because you're hiding it. Everybody knows that this is true. Yes, 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 Iranian hardliners and leadership figures have escalated fiery vows of revenge following the death of Supreme Leader, with some commentary reporting rhetoric about carrying out retaliation globally and U.S. leadership rather than a specific act. What? Really? Is that true? Then why is Steve Ram, right? Let's go to Steve Ram here. So you want to do it like that, huh? Let's go to old Steve. This is Steve. What did Steve make a video on? Where you at, Steve Ram? This is Steve. Bear with me. I'm gonna have to go to his. There's Patrick Humphrey, Adam Mockler. That's Steve. Where you at, Steve? I'm going to Steve's page. I was watching some Steve earlier. No, I was. F, subscriptions. Is that me? This is stupid. Uh, days ago. Salaki, bear with me. Six months? Come on, man. Earthquake. Hold up. Pay cuts. What is it, live? VRAM live. One day ago. California. But see, nobody's I could do a search, run a search, and nobody's making these videos. But here it is, right here, in the fucking in the title. This didn't come up. What does that mean? That it didn't come up? It means that they're hiding them. They're hiding this. Okay? Because this is the skinny. Everybody should know what they have planned or what Babylon has planned. This is Babylon.
Gave the U.S. headache in the Middle East during the war in Iran because they are somewhat cheap to make. But or the
fucking idiot. This devil's getting his ass kicked. That's why you're doing all of this. I'm watching you take views away.
War that's taking place in the Middle East might be making its way here to U.S. soil. Take a look at the latest headlines with me.
So U.S. soil should come right. 4 months ago.
Developing news coming out in the last 48 hours that the war that's taking place in the Middle East might be making its way here to U.S. soil. Take a look at the latest headlines with me so that way you can see it for yourself.
Now, wait a minute. Shouldn't this be all over YouTube? Look at this. In politics, sleeper agents poised to wage war in California. Why? Because they're avenging what was done to their leader. But you can't find anything about it on because they're expunging them. Something's about to happen. Okay, and where's that? We could get Demcad waxing dumbophobe, but we can't get nothing on this?
Here, sleeper agents poised to wage war in California put U.S. on high alert as a map of their top targets has emerged, and you can see the date right here, published July 20th, 2020.
And their top targets are the Sears Center or the bank building in downtown L.A. Who doesn't know that? You understand? But yet you can't find this. Let's see. Look at that. One day, there we go, 14 hours. Lisa Brown, sleeper agents poised to wage war in California, put the U.S. on very high alert. Okay? 4 months. Who is this? Lisa Brown. I'm going to have to get with Lisa. 4 months. Look at this. 4 months, 4 months. Lisa slipped through. How long ago, Lisa, did you put this up? 1 day, 14 hours. Probably why it's slipping through. You better get back out there and clean this board again. What else do we have? High alert. 4 months ago. 4 months ago. See? There's only 2, but we got plenty 4 months ago. But nobody, okay. No, that's not it. Look at this. So tell me what's going on. What does this mean? All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. This is a device. They're hiding this information clearly. Clearly hiding about what is about to happen. And they're definitely shadow banning me. Okay, we're right there anyway with Steve Ram. Nope, they're hiding this. So there's 2 videos on this information that slipped through the cracks. There's one. Surprised. It had to show me because I typed in that very same thing. What is this, Lisa? Like Lisa Haven. Walk it, bear with.
Over 10,000 steps at that zoo.
Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm getting hammered.
Good evening, people. Watch 165. I am extremely exhausted. Thank God today was my leg day because I got over 10,000 steps at that zoo, which is
Grandma.
amazing. That zoo is phenomenal. Nice time. So,
Come on, get the news, Granny.
if you ever are in Columbus,
Come on, Granny.
in whom the God of this world has
Oh,
lied, you minister,
preaching,
you
huh?
encourage,
Uh-oh.
you speak to you,
Demon
teach you,
alert.
and change you, if you let it. Sleeper agents posed to wage war in California put U.S. on high alert. This must have come out late last night because it says, according to a New York Post.
now let me say, this is different than the IDF knocking at your door. Okay? But it's still a psyop.
A New York Post report detailing a new State Department assessment California's extensive military bases, federal facilities, and immigration enforcement sites stand at heightened alert. And a heightened risk of coordinated disruption under a nationwide mobilization, a blueprint linked to Cuban-aligned activists. They're already here. They're already here. Hold on just a second. I forgot to tell Cody I'm back. But this thing, like I said, it's just it just came in last night, and this is no surprise that it would start there. So, it says the plan developed. Well, it says the alarming document outlines rapid response strategies that could activate within 24 hours in response to any perceived imminent threat or U.S. military action against Cuba.
Okay, so this is a psyop if you understand what's going on. They have to galvanize the American support for the war in Iran. How do they do that? They attack their own country. Fair use, right? So get ready for something crazy to go on, because my people, between her and Demcat, if Demcat is not a tear, are what? And she act like she knows, but who are you calling on, Granny? For a lack of knowledge. For a lack the people are destroyed. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. How come that didn't come up? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Okay? So, how do you overcome this lack of knowledge? You start by tuning in and listening to lessons given by the men of Great Millstone, starting with the elder apostles on down. Time is short. All right, so you have been warned. All right, don't be like Demcat. Don't be like Granny here. Right? Her head should be covered. What you doing, Granny? Tripping. About to get yourself in trouble trying to teach. Anyway, with that, we pray that the elect are edified, your brothers and sisters. Shalom.